Hey guys, another GTV here. Welcome to the second part of my in-depth guide for Dokkan Battle. We want to cover in this one the main menu topic, which we did not really finalize completely in the first part. Then we want to look as well into team building and then also into character explanation and the super attack explanation, how all these mechanics work. And yeah, if you have not watched yet my top grossing reward video, then I can definitely recommend it to you. And if you have also missed the first part of this guide, then I will post a link to both videos at the end of this video. And I hope you enjoy it, and let's get right into it. Before we jump right into the part 2 of the guide, I just want to make a short announcement that I changed the name of my channel from Another Gaming channel to Another GTV, as I simply just think that this is a better name and also more relatable for all of you. And yeah, now let's start. Let's get back to the main menu. So I already said rank 1, this is your rank. Here you have the experience bar, which shows your experience. When you get the bar full, you rank up. Pretty straightforward. Stamina you need for quests, for events, for basically everything you do with your cards. And if you spend all your stamina, obviously you cannot do any more events. This is Zenny. This is the in-game money currency, which is mostly used to buy stuff in shops like it's actually more to train your characters, to pay for trainings, or pay for awakenings, which we will also cover later. So it's more really the in-game stuff. And the dragon stones are these here. So this is the premium currency, which I said. These are used to either summon, as shown before, or you can also use them to refill your stamina. So one dragon stone will refill your stamina. And you can also use them if you lose on a stage. So an enemy brings your HP to 0, then you can use them for a continue in order to start full life again against the same boss in the same fight, and then try to beat the boss. The last two things are definitely not advised, so don't use your dragon stones to continue or to restore stamina unless you really have to or really want to, because dragon stones are simply just too rare and too limited to waste them for stuff that you actually get for free or just by waiting can cover up. And here's the timer, the restore timer, which then tells you when you are restoring your stamina. So one stamina point takes 5 minutes to restore usually. As we are at the anniversary event, again we have a bonus here. You only need 3 minutes to restore each stamina point, so it's more or less halved, not completely, but close to halved. And so your stamina restores way faster than usually. Normal it's 5 minutes. Then we have here this menu. You have the Shenron Dragon Balls. You can click on it. You see I already have 5. I actually don't really know where I got them from, but usually get these ones you get in quests, in the quest mode on stages. You get one at the very beginning when you do the intro and the tutorial, which I already have done yesterday, so that's why we don't see it. But it basically explains you the game, and there you also get one Dragon Ball, and there it's shown to you that you get one Dragon Ball. If you collect all the 7, you can summon Shenron, like in the TV series or the anime, and then he grants you one wish. You have 4 wishes to choose from, and yeah, there's one wish that gives you 10 Dragon Stones. I would highly recommend to take this one, as you want as much Dragon Stones as you can get in order to summon and have fun and get new units and get stronger. So always take the Dragon Stones. So when you get those here completed, you will also get another set. So the Dragon Balls will disappear into all the directions of the universe, or the Earth, let's say in this case, only like in the series again, and then you can gather them again, and there's another 10 DS Dragonstone wish, which you should then go again for it, obviously. So this is just a little gimmick, and it stops after a while. So after you have completed 4 sets, I think, then it's done. There are no more currently. Then you have here the menu, where you can do some settings. Here's the friends list. This is more or less important. Let's say you want to have strong friends, as you need cards of them as well. You need one card from friends, or if you don't have friends, then guests. And the better the cards your friends have, obviously the better for you as well, as you then get a stronger unit. You basically lend their unit for the quest you are doing, and they participate in a fight with your team. Then you have here the news tab, which pops up in the beginning when you log in. So you have campaign, event, and other. So yeah, this just shows you what's going on currently, which events are up, and which campaigns are running. And then, as we saw before, the gift tab, where you get your daily logins. So you get one login bonus each day, and this is by server reset, so not every 24 hours since you logged in the last time. So, but at server time, I think it's, for me at least, it's 3 AM, and yeah, I think there is the server reset, and then if I log in after 3 AM, I get a login bonus, which then appears here. Yeah, this is for now what I want to cover on the main menu. There's still more stuff, but this is not so important for now. I would like to go into team. So for Dokkan Battle, of course, you need your team, and you need to set up a team of characters. So currently this is my team. This is the Vegito, SSR. This is the rarity. This is his level. This is his type. Tech stands for technique. AGL stands for agility. Int stands for intelligence. Then we have 2 other tech types and 1 other agility type. And there are 2 more types in total, which I can show here on the character list. There you see all your characters. So we have Phi, which is physical, and then we have STR, which is strength. So there's these 5 types: strength, agility, Phi, int, and tech. And there's also type advantage. So every type has an advantage over another type and a disadvantage over one type. And there is this wheel, which I can show later, which clearly indicates which type is effective against which type, and which type is a disadvantage against which type. And the advantage looks as follow: you make, or you deal extra damage to units where you have an advantage. So you deal 50% more damage to type effectiveness, and you also deal 50% less damage if you are on a disadvantage. So this is quite important, as the damage output is quite different, and also the damage output is different, and the damage input, so damage you take from enemies, is quite different. This is especially for the higher stages very important. And yeah, as I said here, you see my characters are still level 1, but they are all SSR, so this is their rarity. And we go back to character list again. There we see other rarities. So this is an R, which stands for rare. This is the lowest rarity that exists in it. Oh no, sorry, it's actually wrong. N is the lowest rarity that exists. So this is Tenshinhan. He's an N unit, which is normal. So this is the lowest there is. They can only reach level 20, so this is the level of the unit. And this is their HP, this is their attack, this is their def. So HP makes up your HP of a team HP if you then put your team together. The attack is then the damage he can deal when attacking, and def is the amount of damage he reduces when being attacked. So here's his level. Then for the next level he needs 3 XP, and this is his team cost. So he has a team cost of 4. You have only a limited team cost. I will show it in a minute. So you can only use or build a team with a certain limit of team cost, and the team cost is dependent of your level. So this is just a mechanic in order to stop you from using ultra or super strong characters, although you are only level 1, for example. So you have to basically work your way up to a very strong team, and cannot just simply use the strongest units that there are. Then you have a leader skill. So you need to send 1 character as the leader, and this leader skill then affects all the characters in your team, and they benefit from it, but only if they also fulfill the requirements of this leader skill, because each leader skill has some type of limit. So just to give an example, gives HP only to strength types. So there are leaders that give a certain percentage or a certain amount of HP to strength type characters, and obviously if you have characters in your team which are strength, then they don't benefit from this bonus. So you need also to always look that your leaders impact or benefit as much characters in your team as possible, or you build your team around the leader to say that you only include characters into your team which fulfill the requirements of the leader skill. Then you have a super attack, so every character has a super attack, and you will see later when we enter a stage that you have these Kai indicators, and your character basically normal attacks until a certain amount of Kai, and after he reaches another certain threshold of Kai, which is usually 12, then he super attacks and does way more damage. And the damage of a super attack is a multiplier of the current attack stat. And you see here, special attack effect causes extreme damage to enemy. So this word extreme tells you basically the multiplier of the super attack, while extreme being one of the lowest, of course, as this is just an N unit. There are others like supreme, immense, and also colossal and mega colossal, which then up your super attack multiplier heavily. I don't have the detailed numbers right now, but the difference is really enormous. So this, and the super attack level can be upped as well. So currently it's at 1 from 10. So you can up the super attack till 10, and the higher the level, the more damage it does. And again, it is then a multiplier, which then is impacts your attack stat, and the higher your attack, the higher super attack, the more damage you will do, and you want to do as much damage as possible in order to clear the stage, obviously. Then you have here the growth button, which shows you how the character can develop. So you can max level Tien, which is an RN unit, and then Z awaken it to an R unit. So each unit can go up by rarity at least once. So Z awaken N to R, and you have then units that can go from R to SR, then from SR to SSR, and so on and so forth. And here you can lock your character so that you don't on coincidence train him away or sell him or delete him, whatever. So he's locked, nothing can happen to him. But as this is just an N unit, I don't need to lock this. If I accidentally train him into someone else, then he's gone and I don't care. Right, I already trained one of my Vegetos to max level and then Z awakened him, and then he becomes a new R. And what you can see here, Vegeto is one of the characters that can Dokkan awaken, it's called. So characters can Z awaken once, and then some of them can also Dokkan awaken once. Then they become an UR, but with a higher level. So UR usually can reach level 100, and if you Dokkan awaken one level 100 UR, it can then reach level 120. It gains other stats, it gains other passive, and it gains other leader skill as well. So few things can be improved. The unit gets usually way stronger. And in this special case, as I said in the beginning, those are LRs. They can Dokkan awaken again. So they Dokkan awaken from a level 120 unit to a level 150 LR unit, which is even stronger and has again stronger leader skill, stronger passive, and stronger super attacks and everything. So you want to maximize your characters as high as possible in order to really have the strongest units possible. And yeah, I mean, having an LR is already quite good. As I said, this is the highest rarity in the game right now, and yeah, especially this unit is one of the best, or maybe the best, even better than Gogeta. someone might argue, so you definitely want this one. If you are lucky enough to pull it, even better. And I got 2 copies. I was really lucky yesterday, so yeah, this is amazing to start. This is a really good start. And you also can see that he is already super attack level 4 of 10. This comes from training. So usually to up the super attack level, you need to train characters of the same unit, so exactly the same Vegito, into one of your copies in order to up the level of your super attack by 1 with a 100% chance. As you can see, the unit has a name, and usually there are more units with the same name. So Vegito exists in multiple forms and multiple, let's say, types. And yeah, the only specific or unique thing about the characters is their title. So this Vegito is a fused fighter and savior of the future. So there's only one fused fighter and savior of the future Vegito in the whole game. And if you want to up his super attack by 1, you need to usually have another copy and train him into this one so that he ups it by 1. But this is not the only way to up your super attack, and this method is absolutely not advised anymore, because there are way better ways or options to use further copies of your cards, especially of your SSRs, and even more especially of your LRs, than training them in order to raise a super attack, which I will cover later on. So don't do this, please. If you do this, don't make me the one that told you to do so. Don't ever do this, not with an LR, unless the other option is already exhausted. But what you can actually do to up their super attack level is to train them with the called Elder Kais, which exist. You see also a few here. So this is an Elder Kai, Mysterious Ritual Elder Kai. These cards here are just meant to really be trained into your cards and up their super attack level by 1 with a 100% chance. Then there are also type-specific Grand Kais. They do basically the same, but this one can only up the super attack level of int characters by 100% and not be used for other characters. So for each type, Phi, Strength, Int, Agility, Tech, there exists one Grand Kai, which you can use to up the super attack level. And then there's one more Kai, the Sleeping Kai, which I don't have here, but I should get plenty as well. Why I do? Ah, no, I have one here, you see. Okay, so this is only an SR, as you see, and Light Dose Elder Kai dosing. This one ups the super attack of every character, regardless, by 1, but with a chance of only 30%. So it might be that you train 10 of them into one character and it actually does not up his super attack level. On the other hand, you might train 5 of them into one character and it ups in by 5. So this is really luck based or random, let's say. So these are the 3 ways to up the character's super attack level, and there's one more. As I said, there is way more Vegetos as well in the game, and you can use those to also train them into one of your Vegetos in order to up their super attack level. Although if it's not the same title, the chance to up the super attack is then again reduced, and the chance to increase the super attack level of your character is then depending of the rarity of the other same unit, at least by name, you are training into it. So in order to have a 100% chance, which is possible with a unit which has a different title but the same name, you need to have a higher rarity of the card you are using as a base. So for example, if I want to up this SSR Vegeto's super attack level, I would need an ultra rare Vegito with another title to train into this one in order to get a 100% chance to increase the super attack. If I use a lower chance, let's say an SSR as well, then the chance would only be 50%. If I use an SR, then it is only 10%. If I use an R, I think it's only 5%, and if I use an N, it's only it's only a 1% or something, so it was super low. And of course you want to have the highest chance as possible to up this character's super attack. And this method is just simply used due to the fact that there are a lot of events where you get characters with the same name. So there is an event where you can farm for free or only for your stamina cost the G2 and train him into this one, and it's an SSR. So it's a base SR, but it comes as awakened already as an SSR, and you can train him here with a 50% chance then to increase the super attack level of this Vegito by 1, which you really want to do if you want to save Kais, because Kais are not that rare anymore as they were in the beginning, but still quite rare. And yeah, if you can, or if you have the option to farm these characters infinitely, then you would rather prefer to do so in order to save the Kais for other characters where it's not possible to farm copies with the same name and then train them into them. So that's it for the second part of the in-depth guide for Dokkan Battle. I think we covered all the topics that we mentioned in the beginning, and obviously I will need more parts of this video in order to cover all the stuff that is still missing, and there's still a lot missing. And I also think that with each following video that comes now, the topics get more interesting and also more for advanced players. And yeah, I will, as I said, I will link the 2 videos that I uploaded yesterday into the end of this video, so if you did miss them, you can have a look at them. And yeah, if you want to be part of my community, feel free to subscribe. Everyone is welcome. The more the better, you can say. Hit the like button if you liked the video. If you did not like the video, maybe you can leave a comment and tell me what I can improve or what you did not like. And if you want to stay up to date, every time I upload my videos, click the red bell button and you will be notified. That's it for now. AnotherGTV, that's me. So bye.